afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our special discussion about heavy controversial issue. So today we will focus on the topic: should active euthanasia be legal in Thailand? Why we should discuss it, and how is it important to Thai society?
Okay, before we diving into the topic, there are some technical terms that we need to know. First, euthanasia. Euthanasia or mercy killing is the act or patrick of painlessly putting on dead person suffering from painful and incurable diseases. Yes. Next, active euthanasia. Active euthanasia is killing a person by putting a little dose of a drug into a person, sometimes called aggressive euthanasia. Lastly, passive euthanasia. Passive euthanasia is intentionally letting people die by holding artificial support, such as a free tube.
Alright, let's get more information. In Thailand, under Section 12 of Public Health Act, patients in the terminal stage of life have the right to refuse treatment. Patients can prepare their living life, which expresses their desire to reject treatment in advance and submit a copy to document to the hospital, so they don't have to suffer hooked to artificial support machines. And this is considered as passive euthanasia. But today we will focus on the active one.
Okay, that is something that everyone have to face. That is something that no one can accept. Why we can decide our own to death? Yes, this topic is quite interesting and challenging. I'm excited to discuss with all of you.
Right. This is a very challenging and deeply controversial topic, in my opinion, because it's about life and death, and people have been discussing this topic for so long now. So it's going to be very serious, and I'm eager to have a discussion with you guys again for the last time.
Absolutely. Active euthanasia is a subject that touches on some deeply ethical and moral questions. Some say it's compassionate choice for people suffering from unbearable pain or terminal illness.
Alright, before start discussing this topic, I think we should introduce ourselves first and our views.
I am Heng.
I am Samson.
And I am Minnie.
Okay, let's get back to our discussion. When we talk about controversial issue, it can be denied that each person would have a different perspective or point of view from others. So in this topic, some people may agree with the concept of legalized active euthanasia because it is personal right to make a decision on their own lives. While some people may think that it is unreasonable or doesn't make any sense to end life when we take into account how important cultural and religious beliefs are to people. So today is a good opportunity for us to stay here and discuss about this topic. Well, what do you think about active euthanasia?
Okay, for me, we should legalize active euthanasia in Thailand. Like when someone is very sick or in pain, they may not want to keep living like that. So if they have no hope for a better life, it's only humane to let them have a say when they go. So it's also about respecting their dignity and their right to make decisions about their own body.
Okay, I do agree with Heng. For me, I think we need to allow active euthanasia in Thailand, like passive euthanasia, no matter what, the patient are strong or weak. It's their choice to decide their life if they want to die or not.
Alright, there is nothing wrong from what you and Heng mentioned, Minnie, but you have to understand that euthanasia may be caused by other factors. For example, patients could feel like they are a burden to others or their family members, especially in Thai society, where people have to worry that when they get old, what do we do in the future, and who will take care of them. So this doesn't just depend on personal rights, but there are other factors involved in decision maker as well. So for me, it may not seem in line with the main objective at this point.
Yes, Bills, it seems like your standpoint and mine can get along so well. Personally, I think active or passive passive euthanasia does not distinguish much from taking someone's life or ending one's own life, which is as bad as each other. I strongly believe that nobody should be forced to give up their life due to poverty and inadequate access to medical care. Life holds immense value. Even if you perceive it as purposeless, insignificant, or even burdensome to others, there's always hope if you don't give up hope. Well, I'll start with this. Thailand in the past, there have been many ideas that would like to have the similar laws, but if we take closely look to the Western laws, we will find that they are very risky procedures for preventing suicide. It's not like I'm going to ask and I will get it. The period must be at least 6 months or more. This allows patients to have time to carefully think, and doctors will offer various of treatment options, such as palliative care. Palliative care is a specialized medical care focusing on provide relief of pain from pain. Therefore, but Thailand has only been taken steps toward developing a truly palliative care no more than 10 years. So it is too soon for me that Thailand to move to the state of active euthanasia. If Thailand had the active euthanasia law, it would definitely result in a lot of deaths that shouldn't happen.
Okay, Samson, if we look to the first country that legalized euthanasia was the Netherlands in 2001, Belgium later in 2002. The death record in the Netherlands was still increasing, even their the euthanasia law. If Thailand has the euthanasia law, the record of dead people in Thailand will still increasing because Thailand suicide death record are top 3 in 2022. Yes, it would be good if we die peacefully by doing active euthanasia without making someone suffering by seeing their suicide. Yeah, now it's 2023. Why active euthanasia is still not allowed in Thailand? People die every minute. Dying is normal. Active euthanasia should be legal in Thailand.
As Minnie said, many countries have already accepted active euthanasia, including the Netherlands, the Belgium, because they are developed countries. They can see the benefits of allowing their people to decide on their own thoughts, and it it is also beneficial for patients, families as well. If you look at this statistical data from the regional review committees, the majority of active euthanasia cases were patients who are suffering from incurable diseases. So you can see that most of them suffer from the diseases that cannot be cured. So this country allow their people to decide if they want to go or not by themselves. So because it would be cruel if they let patients suffer from the disease and let their only families decide for themselves. However, in Thailand, it is still not legal until today. So I don't see why Thailand doesn't support this law.
Alright, Heng, that's a good point to make, Heng. But if you want to compare Thailand with other countries, it is really important for you to realize the difference between the difference of healthcare between Thailand and those countries and why they can do it. According to MD Pinyosi Virachai, specialist doctor to palliative care from Junlajak Hospital, he said that there are some patients who are suffering do not even have access to palliative care. And countries that allow euthanasia tend to be countries where palliative care is effective and easily available, and patients can access cure. But in Thailand, there are not many doctors who specialize in palliative care. If Thai people have access to palliative care or basic welfare, euthanasia could be unnecessary, or it means that there is no need to support active euthanasia in Thailand.
Yeah, I believe we all understand that Thailand or any country doesn't do much to assist patients. For example, patients who are suffering from lung cancer, to help patients with this kind of disease, you need so much money to keep them alive. So from my research, to cure lung cancer, they need to spend around like 100,000 baht to keep their life. This is very expensive, and especially poor people don't have that much money. So if we were to legalize this law, patients who are suffering from incurable diseases or don't have enough money can decide to end their life without suffering. And I think personal rights or freedom is very important nowadays. We need to make sure that everyone has to decide by their own. If not, it's like you steal freedom away from them. So we really need to legalize active euthanasia in Thailand.
Yes, I understand that people who don't have much money may face something of healthcare. But from my point of view, I think we should not use financial issue as a reason for active euthanasia decision, because I'm worried that it could change the main purpose of active euthanasia, which should be based on the personal choice alone. So what do you think about it?
I believe, based on my research, National Library of Medicine, most people who perform active euthanasia are either due to incurable diseases or money issues. So I think it's clear that money is one of the main reasons why people should have choices to decide if they want to continue or not.
I do agree with Heng Phil. There are many matters that make someone want to do active euthanasia, such as being afraid of what the future may hold, experiencing depression, burnout from unrelenting disease, and suffering including refractory pain and other symptoms. We still don't know what someone has faced or with, and we still don't know how someone pain, what someone pain. No matter what cause makes someone want to do active euthanasia is, this should be our personal right to decide our own life.
Okay, I see.
Well, I respect your point of view, Heng and Minnie, but I have an opposing view on active euthanasia, because I believe it goes against our moral values and societal norm, allows personal freedom to end one's life is concerning. It's essential to acknowledge the profound impact on the loved ones left behind. Active euthanasia is a matter of great concern that needs thoughtful discussions. I worry that people who are vulnerable could be pushed to make a decision they don't truly want. It's important to find a balance between personal freedom and protecting human life and make sure everyone is safe and cared for.
Samson, that's a good point to make, but I don't think active euthanasia will put the weak people to do it. Passive euthanasia will. Passive euthanasia will put the weak people to do it. Right? Like I said at the beginning, people who belong in passive euthanasia can even have a chance to tell the doctor that they want to die or not. They want to continue treat or not, like active euthanasia do.
Alright, Minnie, I understand what you are saying or trying to say, but I would like you to hear my opinion on this. Vulnerable individuals might be influenced into making decisions they don't genuinely want, because they might feel pressures from financial difficulties, family expectations, and or even concerning to become burden to others. I hope that this is clear for you.
Alright, I would support Samson on this point because we need thoughtful decision on this issue as well. And when it comes up to personal rights or freedom, morality or norms are undeniable to discuss as well. Because we do not mention only patient's aspect, but doctor's aspect too. So doctors are usually trained to do everything they can do to help or to take care of the patients. And active euthanasia, which means intentionally ending a person's life, and goes against the training and the idea of no harm. And it can be temptation for doctor to, because it is conflict their belief and their ethics. So, and when we point out the ethics in this issue, morality and norms is also a good point to discuss. And because of the cultural and religious beliefs in Thailand, most people in our country tend to against active euthanasia because we follow Buddhism, which strongly affects our norms, our culture, and our values. And Buddhism teaches that our life is matter and precious, and we should avoid causing harm to any being. And this teaching makes many Buddhists in Thailand against the concept of active euthanasia.
For me, as somebody in society, I don't know how the doctor or physician feel about the active. It's their job, it's doctor role to provide patient need. And if we talk about morality, what determines whether someone has moral or not? Morality depends on individual belief or a specific circumstance surrounding their decision. You can blame someone that she or he doesn't have moral. At least every individual choice or every individual decision to death should be able to call their death with dignity.
I completely agree with Minnie. When it comes to morality or ethics, I think it depends on their individual beliefs, just like Minnie has said. So in Thailand, most people follow Buddhism. So I respect the belief in Buddhism that it is not okay to, suicide, to end your life for whatever reason. However, I still believe it's the right thing to let people decide when they want to go due to incurable diseases or money issue, something like that.
Well, Heng and me, I do think your points make sense. I respect that, but I also do think that we all should share the same morality, because morality is all about doing what's right. It usually emphasizes on how important life is. Active euthanasia, on the other hand, go against this idea. It suggests that life is something that can be thrown away when it gets too hard or painful. And this might make some people feel like their life aren't as important, especially when they are old or disabled. Furthermore, accepting active euthanasia may influence our society norm by making it harder to distinguish between life and death, which can give the impression that life is something that can be easily discarded. To sum it up, personal freedom is significant, but active euthanasia brings up important ethical and moral questions that we shouldn't be disregarded. And I think Thailand is too soon to move to the state of active euthanasia. And I worry that people who are vulnerable could be pushed into making decisions they don't truly want. And it could give the impression that life is something that can be easily discarded. Active euthanasia affects not only the person, but also their loved ones and society as a whole.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, Samson, because if we could raise awareness to people of significant life, and with the support from the Ministry of Public Health, providing a better access to palliative care and basic welfare, there would be no need to support active euthanasia in our country.
I understand that most people might not like the idea of legalizing active euthanasia. Like, it's not the right thing to let people decide to suicide. But still, we want to raise this topic because it's important to make sure that everyone has the right and freedom to decide on their own. So I think Thailand should take euthanasia more seriously and make it legal.
I couldn't agree more, Heng. No matter what cause people to want to do active euthanasia is, people should choose their own choice. It is individual need. Let me die without a choice. The one who knows what is the best, the one who knows what is right or wrong, is me, myself. The government and the government should make the law available. Active euthanasia should be legal in Thailand.
Alright, I think it's time for today, and thank you guys so much for sharing your perspective and point of view on this topic. And we highly hope that our discussion could help you to consider the advantages and disadvantages of euthanasia and make a decision should it be legal in Thailand or not. Thank you.
Thank you.